When I can't see you, I know you're there. When I can't feel you, I will not fear. I will trust in you, and I will not be afraid. When the battle is close at hand, I know you're with me.
And it's really, really easy for us to believe that prayer is all about the words that we say, how many words that we say, and how frequently we say them. But there's a little bit more to prayer than just all that. Of course, we have to listen to God in return, right? We can't just be speaking all of the time. We can do all the right things and say all the right things, but if we aren't listening to God in return, our prayer is just not complete. And sometimes God shouts to us, but we're so busy and so full of noise and so full of the volume of this earth that we can't even hear Him because of how loud our world is. But it's important to remember that we can have those little connections with God as well. When you're praying and God says something, speaks to your heart in some way, I believe that God is a practical joker as well, and that He might place things in our days to be like, thinking about me now? And you're like, yeah, I get it. Because He can do that for us, but it's important that we connect with Him and send Him, little text messages of our own in that way. It's really good to pray when we need something, and it's really natural to do that too, right? When we're afraid or when we're hurting in some way, or when we're really lonely or sad, it's natural to go to God and say, I need your help right now. And that's a good thing to do. God doesn't exactly need to be wanted, but He did create us because He loves us. And when you love somebody, it's natural to want to spend time with them, not just because you need them, but because you want to be with them too. And I'm telling you, God wants you to come to Him, even when it's just a silly little thing. And so I want to ask you guys to leave you with your thought of, how do we do that with God? How do we give little glances to God when we see a beautiful sunset, or when we hear a song that really speaks to our heart? Those are moments that should lead us to prayer, that should lead us into relationship with God, into community in that way. And yes, sometimes it is good to use our words. Things that we care the most about are the things that we will talk the most about. And so when we talk to God, it's good to talk to Him about the things that are really important to us. And if we're happy, it's good to talk about those things. And if we're sad, it's good to talk about those things. But we can express so much to God without using our words at all. To just let our souls do the talking, and to bask in the moment of the love that you experience from God and the love that He is returning to you.